Good morning, everyone. I was asked to make a little guide on when to sidestep in this game, and it's pretty important because most people lose sight of what this game is. It's a 3D fighting game, so you have the option to step either way. But a lot of lower level players don't know when to sidestep. They just they think that they could just sidestep and hope that they don't get hit by anything and they won't get hit. It doesn't work that way. There are certain scenarios where you should be stepping. So hopefully I can help you identify some of them. Um, I want to keep this short and simple. Um, so that nobody gets confused or overwhelmed, because this is such a deep game, so it's really hard to put things in a nutshell sometimes. But basically, you can step after you do a safe move, right? And this is all talking about stepping up close. From far away, everybody knows they can sidestep or sidewalk, so that's fine. That's not hard, but stepping up close is hard because you're like, why am I getting hit? I'm sidestepping, but you gotta know when. So you can sidestep after you do a safe move, after your opponent does a safe move, or when your opponent has frame advantage. And that's a big one that most people, they don't do. They just stand there after your opponent gets frame advantage and they try to guess the mix up, which is not good. Now, should you step every time frame advantage happens? Most of the time you should, right? But there are times in certain scenarios where it's your opponent will throw out a tracking move afterwards, something like that, or they'll throw out something that tracks to the side that they know you're going to step to. So it's up to you to have the read on your opponent and, be able to know when or which way you should step. So Feng is a character that most of the time you want to step him to the right. So this is just a small example of the first scenario, right? How many times have you been popped in the mouth by that? You jab after down forward 1, and his down forward 1 is a 0 on block, I think. So you both do a 10 frame move in your trade, but he gets the counter hit, and then he runs up and shoulders you, and then boom, you lose, right? Boom, punish. Launch punish that shit, look at it. Doesn't matter which way. So this is your opponent doing a safe move, right? And then you sidestep and you get a whole launch. Example number 1. Here's another one. Right. So this time, look, this move that he did, that 1-3, that's safe. He sidestepped and he got a launch. Yeah, just like that. Now I mentioned earlier about if they throw out a move that tracks to the side that you step, then you have to keep that in your mind and be like, okay, well, he's going to do this, so maybe I should step this way, or I can step block, right? This is a very safe option when something like this happens. So you do a small side step. I can try to, let me see. Okay, yeah. Give me 1 second. We go to record, and then we do yeah, so you see how the down forward 1 tracked to that side that time? So if you're not sure, if you can step this way, or if they're going to throw out a tracking move or something like that, you can sidestep and block immediately by just simply sidestepping and holding back during the sidestep animation. Alright, next thing. Okay. So this is a very common scenario I'm pretty sure you've seen online too when fighting Fang. So they get this frame advantage, and then they go for like a down forward one, or they do a down two, right? You step that. He has frame advantage. This is +5 or 6, I think. You simply, you can sidewalk after it. But the thing about this move is, it's one of those moves that has frame advantage that puts you in crouch. So your only option is really to like crouch cancel it by pressing up and then like immediately sidewalking after, which still works just fine because you could still get a launch. But yeah, you can sidestep or sidewalk after it. Yeah, see, I just sidestepped, and this time I sidewalked. Another example, Fang players do this. Right, I'm pretty sure you've all been smacked by that, because you duck, and then you get hit by that, and that's natural wall splat, and then you lose. So what you can do, again, frame advantage, sidestep. Look, just sidewalk the shit out of that. Look at that. Nothing you can do. And this is for players that like to abuse, you know, like a linear or steppable move like after frame advantage. And I'm just, I'm stepping wrong right now. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. And you got a whole launch punish off of that. Yeah, I keep pressing up too early, but you know, you all see what I'm talking about. There it is, punish. So, you know, don't try to refrain from staying in front of them, like after they do something that has frame advantage. I mean, even if you want to sidestep block, like, you know, that's better than staying in front of them not doing anything. You see, I just sidestep blocked, and you know, I still didn't get hit. And final scenario, let's see, what's this all about? Ah, okay. So after you do a safe move, another option you have, if your opponent doesn't know his frames, and they just like to mash out jabs a lot after everything, you can duck after a safe move and get a launch off of them. You know, some people know this, other players don't, because you know they just try to like jab out everything. But yeah, that's another option you have. I feel like, you know, and even I think in this scenario, sidestep would have worked too. Yeah, but those are just a couple options for stepping in close quarters combat. And yeah, I hope it helped. If I missed anything or there's something that anybody's unclear on, let me know. I'll drop another video by maybe like the next day, because you know I'm trying to help people out. But yeah, hope this helped. I'll see you all in about an hour or two for the stream. So later.